What happens when two legends meet in secret and one says the words that change everything? Most actors would argue. Some would walk away. Al Pacino did neither. New York, 1974, a Broadway theater after midnight. Robert De Niro walks into Al Pacino's dressing room and says 5 words that ignite the most legendary acting duel never recorded. March 25th, 1974. Schubert Theater, Manhattan. The corridors are empty and silent. Only security lights cast long shadows down the old hallways. Third floor, dressing room number 12. Al Pacino sits alone, 34 years old, still wearing the energy of Richard III, the character he just brought to life for 3 hours on stage. The audience gave him a standing ovation. Critics will call it perfection, but Al knows someone was watching, someone who matters, someone who's about to change everything. 3 soft knocks echo through the small room. "Come in." Robert De Niro enters, 31 years old, rising star, method actor, and Al's biggest rival. "Hello, Al," he says, but there's something else in his voice, something dangerous. 2 words that carry the weight of years of competition. "How was tonight?" Al asks, a simple question loaded with meaning. Robert smiles, a cold smile. "Good," he says. "Very good." But Al hears it, the unspoken word hanging in the air. "But," there's always a but. "But I wonder," Robert takes one step closer, "if you were really tested, would we see how good you actually are?" The room goes quiet. 2 actors, 1 tiny dressing room, and a challenge that should never be made. "What are you suggesting?" Al's voice hardens. Robert takes another step. Now they're face to face. "Let's play a game. Improvisation, no script, no rehearsal, no safety net. Just 2 actors, 1 scene, and we find out who's the real artist." Al Pacino has 2 choices. Back down and look weak, or accept and risk everything. Al Pacino never backs down. "2 friends," Al says, his voice steady and controlled. "One asks for money. Both know it'll never be paid back. Both know this destroys their friendship." Robert nods. He likes this. "Who asks for money?" "You do." And with those 2 words, the duel begins. What happens next is pure magic. Robert De Niro disappears. In his place stands someone else, someone desperate, broken, real. "Al," but it's not Robert's voice anymore. "I need to ask you something." Al watches, analyzes, then he transforms too. Method acting in real time. No cameras, no audience, just 2 masters about to create something extraordinary. "Money," Robert says, his voice cracking with desperation. $5,000. "5,000? Al's voice shows perfect shock. "Bobby, that's serious money. Why?" "Gambling debt," shame floods Robert's voice. "Wrong people, wrong games. Now they're looking for me." Al steps back. His character is cold now, disappointed. "That's your problem. I didn't tell you to gamble." But Robert's not giving up. He's playing this character perfectly. "We're friends," his voice breaks. "Years together. Remember high school? I helped you then." Smart move using the past, emotional manipulation. But Al's ready. "That was different." Robert tries again, gets closer, reaches out. "Please, Al, last time, I swear never again." Al pulls back. "No, Bobby, no." Robert changes tactics. His voice turns dark. "You know what I know. Our old days, our secrets." Is he threatening his friend? Al's character explodes. "Are you threatening me?" "No!" Robert backpedals, panic mode. "Just help me, please." But Al's done playing. He heads for the door. "Where are you going?" Robert's character is breaking. "Calling the police. You threatened me. This friendship is over." Robert freezes. Al just changed everything. This isn't the scene he expected. This is war. For 30 seconds, watch 2 masters work. Robert collapses, grabs Al's leg like a desperate man. "No, please, you misunderstood." Al pushes him away gently. His character is angry but still loves his friend. "Bobby, you've changed." What Robert does next is a masterclass in emotional manipulation. He shifts tactics again. "You're right," he says, sitting on the floor now, broken. "I'm messed up. Everything's out of control." Al's character softens. You can see it happening. Don't say that. You're a good man, Al, better than me. You always were. Al crouches down. The hard character is cracking. We've been friends since childhood, and I ruined everything. Robert puts his head in his hands. Two actors lost in their characters, feeling real emotions. Then Al stops. Something clicks. Wait, you used manipulation. First threat, then pleading, then guilt, then self-criticism. Perfect emotional manipulation sequence. Robert looks up and smiles. You use power plays too. Police threat, then compassion. Classic good cop, bad cop with one person. They're back, Al and Robert. Not characters anymore, just two actors who witnessed something incredible. 8 minutes, Al says. 8 minutes, Robert agrees. We both stayed in character, never broke once. Then they start laughing. Not mockery, not competition. Respect, pure respect. You're a good actor, Al says. You're better, Robert replies. Your choices were riskier. Yours were subtle, Al responds. That manipulation sequence was flawless. This wasn't competition anymore. This was recognition. Artist recognizing artist. That night, everything changed between them. Years later, they worked together in Godfather Part Two. Decades later, the legendary restaurant scene in Heat. Every time they act together, they remember that night, those 8 minutes. In interviews, they mention it briefly. We performed together once, Al will say. Spontaneous scene, Robert will add. But they never tell the full story. That night, they learned something most actors never understand. Great acting doesn't require destroying your competition. It requires elevating them. Real artists don't tear each other down. They build each other up. 50 years later, both are legends. Al Pacino, 84 years old. Robert De Niro, 81 years old. Icons of method acting, masters of their craft. And only they know what really happened in Dressing Room 12. The greatest acting lesson never recorded. Two legends, one dressing room, 8 minutes, and respect that lasts forever.